Hi everyone, this is Neetu Sugandh, and in this lesson we'll be discussing how to meet and greet people effectively and not get ignored during introduction. If you like my videos, you can follow me on this link, and don't forget to rate, review, recommend and share. So let's learn some aspects of meeting and greeting people. Now, first impressions have a huge impact on people. We all agree that whenever we look at someone for the first time, we tend to form an impression, and that can have a huge impact. So, that's why we're going to cover some steps that would make the meeting and greeting more effective. Now, step one, you smile and greet. Say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or simply a hello or a hi. But make sure you smile when you do this. All of us deal with our challenges in life, and the last thing anyone wants is to interact with a person who makes life dull. So, this is very true, right? When you meet someone and if someone's like, hi, how are you? That just makes it more dull, and you don't want to be that person. So, be the person who is always smiling and making sure that the environment is enthusiastic. Step two, ask them how they are. So, when you meet someone, you say, hi, how are you? Here I would say grammar check whether you should say how are you and how you're doing. Now both of them are acceptable. However, their meaning is different. When you say how are you, you're asking the person how they are in terms of their health. But when you say how you're doing, you're asking them how they are doing in terms of their career, finances, and so on. So obviously it's better to ask how are you and not how you're doing if you generally want to know how the person is. Step 3. Respond if the other person asks how are you. So if let's say you've said hi, how are you, and the other person says, hey, I'm good, how are you? You say, I'm good, thank you, or I'm well, thank you, or I'm good, how are you? Here again, some grammar check. I am doing or I am doing good. What should we say? What is better? So both are commonly used, but when you say I am good or I am well, it means you're talking about your health or well-being. So when someone asks me how you're doing, I always say I'm well or I'm good. If you say I'm doing good or I'm doing well, it means the meaning changes, okay? It means that you're doing how you're doing in life in terms of career, finances, and so on. So there's nothing wrong with either. It's just that the meaning would change. So if you want to talk about your health, you will always say I'm well or I'm good. Having said this, there are some reminders when you meet and greet people. Always maintain a positive body language. When you communicate with someone face to face, your body language has the maximum impact. You could say the best of things, however, it will not be impactful unless your body language portrays it. And it is an important part of communication. So when you meet someone, show enthusiasm and smile. You could shake hands too, but make sure your handshake is firm. A weak handshake does not give a positive impression. Okay, our next reminder, make eye contact. It's important that you make eye contact when you meet people. It's actually a part of good body language. So when I say positive body language, you must maintain eye contact. It lets the other person know that you're interested in the conversation. But make sure you don't stare, okay? Keep blinking your eye from time to time and look away occasionally. When you meet and greet people, make sure you're friendly. Smiling automatically makes you win half the battle of friendliness. In addition, remember to have a friendly tone. Also, make sure you don't overdo it. Now, when I say be enthusiastic, don't be over enthusiastic. Smile, but don't smile so much that the other person finds you weird. Ask other people how they are, but do not overload them with too many questions. Like you can say, how are you? But don't say, how are you? How's your daughter? How's your job? That can get really boring and too much for the other person. Make eye contact, but don't stare. Be friendly, but don't be over friendly. Don't ask too many personal questions. Don't say hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening at the same time. Either say a hi or say a good morning, especially in business communication. Don't whine, which means don't be too cribby, alright? When other people ask you how you are, don't take it literally. So if you've not had a good day, you cannot say, oh, I'm not feeling well. I had a headache in the morning and then my car broke down and then now I'm at work and so much of work to do. That is too much answer. When someone says, how are you? They're genuinely just being polite. So a good response is, I'm good or I'm well. If the other person is your best friend, you could share your issues after a while. However, it's bad manners to greet someone while whining. Don't be too serious. Avoid having a blank or a very serious expression on your face all the time. It makes the person look very, very unapproachable. Now, introducing yourself, okay? You are important and so is your introduction. People sometimes who are weak with communication skills, they normally get sidelined in a group. And I've noticed that too many times because they don't talk too much or they are a little nervous, they get sidelined. So when you meet someone new in a group, try the techniques I'm about to give you, okay? And see how the interactions of other people change with you. Introduce yourself at the right time. So let's say you've gone to a party or you've gone to a gathering or there's a meeting. Now, if the host or the dominant speaker in the group, if he or she introduces you to the rest of the group, then you can avoid this step. However, if you're left to interact on your own, look for the right time to introduce yourself to people. This happens to many, many people. They go to a group and they just remain quiet and they're always quiet. So if the host is not able to introduce you, make sure you find the right time to introduce yourself, and you can start by interacting with one person in a group. You don't have to go to everyone and say, hey, you know what, my name is this. You can go to one person and say, hi, I'm Neetu, and you are, and then you can start the conversation. This statement makes it easier for you to continue a conversation and not get bored or sidelined. So you could say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and you are, and then the person will automatically tell you their name. Once you begin to interact with one person, you could include other people in your conversation in the same way. Or you never know, people might just join in. When they see two people talk, they join the conversation. Now, when you meet people, there's some grammar check here. When you meet people for the first time, they mostly end up asking where you're from and what you do. So in that case, avoid unnecessary words like only, itself, basically, now, while talking. For example, instead of saying I'm from India only, that's wrong. You should say I'm from India. The word only is not needed. I'm from Delhi itself is incorrect. I'm from Delhi is the correct one. You heard me, na? That's incorrect grammatically. Have you heard me? So you're forming a question by using a question word at the beginning. Basically, I'm a writer. And that's also not correct. I'm a writer. Basically is not needed here. It's an unnecessary word, redundancy. Okay, hope these techniques helped you. There are many more that can help you in your day-to-day conversations and conversations at work. So enjoy yourself, have a good time, and then move to the next lesson. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.